Oh, no. As far as howdy y'all. Today we are going to be talking about the statistics and conversion rates from January, February and March of this year, 2023. There is a little bit more exciting updates in these 3 months as opposed to the previous 3 months, which is lovely. I'm going to get straight into it because we have lots to catch up on, and we're going to do it. Basically, again, focusing on Casting Networks and Showcast, and plus anything that I have submitted myself for. For January 2023, my agent on Casting Networks submitted me for 15 different roles. I got requested for 2 auditions and I completed those 2 auditions. I was put on hold or had a call back for one of those auditions, which is very exciting because it basically just means that you kind of make it through to the next round of auditions and you're that one step closer to getting the role. But unfortunately, I didn't end up getting the role. For January with Showcast, I was submitted to 2 different roles, didn't get any audition requests, didn't do any auditions, didn't get confirmed for anything. Now, in December of 2022, I applied for 2 different independent feature films. One of them I ended up getting requested to audition for in the January. So this just goes to show that the casting process for slightly larger projects can be quite extensive. So I was requested for an audition for one of the roles that I applied for in December. I completed that audition and then I didn't really hear anything back until a little while later. So I will get into that once I get up to the further months ahead. But that was a little bit exciting. So I got an audition request for one of the jobs that I applied for in the December. That's the January. There was 17 submissions, 3 audition requests, 1 hold/callback, but no jobs confirmed for the January of 2023. Moving right along, February 2023. On Casting Networks, my agent submitted me for 18 different roles. I was requested for 1 audition. I did that audition. I was put on hold for that role, but then I didn't end up getting confirmed. All good. Similarly, Showcast, as it was for January, pretty much exactly the same for February. I was submitted for 2 different roles, didn't get requested for any auditions, so therefore didn't complete any auditions and didn't get confirmed for any roles. Again, similarly for February, that other role that I applied for in December, I ended up getting asked to audition for it in the February. So I got 1 audition request, completed that audition, but then didn't hear anything back for the rest of that month for that role and for the role that I auditioned for in the January. So both of the self-submitted roles I completed auditions for, but didn't hear anything back yet, which again is pretty normal. The casting process can be quite long. For February, all up, there was 20 submissions, 2 audition requests, 2 auditions that I completed. I was on hold or called back for one of those auditions, but didn't get actually confirmed for any of the roles. Moving along again, we are now up to March 2023. On Casting Networks, my agent submitted me for 24 different roles, which is pretty amazing. I was requested for 5 auditions. I completed 5 of the auditions. I was called back for another audition for one of those, but didn't end up getting that role. But still, making it through to that next round, getting auditions in general is just an awesome feeling. So getting to that point is amazing. Showcast was a little bit more promising. I was submitted for 7 different roles. However, still didn't get any audition requests, didn't complete any auditions, wasn't put on hold, wasn't confirmed for anything. That's cool. Now, this is where it gets a little bit fun. In March, something happened for both of the films that I had auditioned for. So firstly, the one that I did the audition in February, they got back to me and they said, look, thank you so much. You were great. We ended up going in a different direction. If anything else pops up that we can think of that you might be suitable for, we will let you know, but we'll keep you in mind. And I was like, wow, that's really kind of them to keep me in mind. That's also a really great way just to network with people and get yourself out there and get yourself seen. So I thought that was pretty exciting. The one that I did the audition for back in January, they also said, look, thank you so much for auditioning. We ended up going in a different direction for the role that you auditioned for. However, we have another role that we think you would be great for if you would be interested in having that role instead. Now, I said yes straight away because I knew the people quite well on the project, and I was super keen to work with them again. After them giving me a little bit of a rundown of the other character, it was something that I was still super keen to do, considering I ended up going for the lead role and didn't get it, but still ended up with something in the film that was just really promising for me. That made me feel pretty good about the whole thing. So I think that's a really good thing to keep in mind, that even though you may not get something that you originally auditioned for, you never know what other opportunities might end up coming out of it. So definitely always give it your all, because you never know what's going to happen. So to sum up March, there was 31 submissions altogether. I was requested for 5 auditions, completed the 5 auditions, was put on hold or a callback for one of those roles, didn't get that one, but did get confirmed, not for the exact role that I auditioned for, but for something else within that same project, which in my opinion is still pretty damn good. So all in all, for the months of January, February and March, I was submitted to 68 different roles, not including the 2 self-submitted projects, because I submitted myself for those in December. I was requested for 10 auditions, completed all 10 of those auditions, was put on hold or called back for another audition 3 times, and I was confirmed for that one role. So it was a pretty good start to 2020-23 in my opinion. The other thing that I thought was worth mentioning was that in March, one of the auditions that I did was for the casting director, McGregor Casting. They are an amazing casting director. They have worked on so many incredible projects. To name just a few of the films or TV shows that I love that they've worked on, more recently Baby Teeth was an amazing film. Also the original Australian Animal Kingdom, really cool casting stories to have to do with that. TV shows include things like Bump, Colin from Accounts, Last King of the Cross, which was incredible. If you have not seen that yet, please do yourself a favor and watch it. It's amazing. Fisk, which is also a really great one as well to watch. If you haven't gotten into Australian TV and film yet, please just do yourself a favor and get into it, because you're going to find some bloody gems in there. It's amazing. Anyway, so long story short, similarly to what happened with the project that I submitted myself for, if you're not right for that specific role, but they still see something in you that they like, they might keep you in mind for future projects if they think that you might be suitable for something further down the track. So always just give it your all, and you never know what could happen. So always just stay positive and keep trying and keep going, because eventually something is gonna give, I hope. So there we go. It was a pretty promising start to 2023. I'm looking forward to updating you on the more recent stuff that's been happening. If you could please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you can to support this little channel. If you have any fun casting experiences that you would like to mention, please pop them down in the comments below. I would love to read them and have a chat with anyone who would be interested in having a chat about any casting. That's pretty much it for now. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks.